Okay, so I've got my grease hot, and now I'm going to make the dry batter for the chicken. So I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1, 2, 3, and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Smoked paprika. I don't know what the cat's doing. Smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. It's supposed to be garlic powder, and I didn't have any, so I'm doing salt. And then if you use garlic powder, just put a little more salt in. And then now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So it's basically the same thing that we had for the wet marinade. All right, let's stir all this together. Then I'm getting my chicken out. And we're going to dip the chicken down in here. And I can smell my grease. My grease is hot. So I'm going to move over to here. And can you see my grease? Let me get me out some tongs and the chicken. All right, so I've got my chicken. I'm going to switch this up. Okay. I'm going to go from one pan to the next. You can see the wet, the marinade, the dry, and then my frying pan with the grease. I've got my lid out too, so I'm going to grab 2 pieces. There's 1, and then I'm just dipping it down in here. Get it coated. Looks good and coated to me. Just pat it around a little bit more. Okay. Then I'm going to shake it off, and I'm going to put it in my hot skillet. See it frying? There it is, it's frying. Okay, I'm going to get me another piece and try it. Dip it down in here. Get it all good and coated. Okay, now we're going to put it over in the grease. Ooh, don't you love the sound of frying grease? Okay, I'm going to do 1 more little piece right now. Just so we can see how it does. Alright, got that frying. Move this thing down so you can see it. Okay, so we're going to fry it till it gets done. You can stick a thermometer in your chicken to make sure. So while that's frying, let's come over here and make the sauce, okay? I'm going to get out a bowl. Now let's make the dipping sauce. Let's see what it is. We're going to get out Worcestershire, ketchup, mayo. We'll get our Worcestershire. All right, we need 1 cup of mayo. We'll need 4 tablespoons of ketchup. And this is the dipping sauce. I'm going to use this on a spoon. 2 cups of 2 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of ketchup. I'm going to get my mouth right in a minute, and I'll post the recipe. So that's 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, how do you say that? That's how I say it in the South, Worcestershire. Okay, so we're doing 2 tablespoons of this. I think y'all can see me good. And I'm messy with it. 1 teaspoon of pepper. Get my little teaspoon out. 1 teaspoon of pepper. And then I gotta do 1 cup of mayo. Get me a spoon. And do 1 cup of mayo. That's about 3 big spoonfuls. That's gonna be 4. Look at that. So here's our 1 cup of mayo. I'm gonna put it down in this. I'm looking at my chicken, so I'm gonna stop doing this just a second. I'm gonna flip my chicken over. So it looks like it's brown on one side. Almost too much. I'm gonna turn my skillet down. Had it on 5, I'm gonna turn it on 4. All right, so that's everything that goes in the dipping sauce. So I'm gonna stir that up real good. The chicken, I've let it get too hot on one side. I'm gonna set this down again and turn over my chicken. Nope, it's doing okay. Doing okay. Doing okay. Alright, so this is the dipping sauce. It's got Worcestershire, ketchup, garlic powder, pepper, and mayo in it. Wipe my hands off. Okay, well, get me a plate. Take the first one out and see how it's doing. I always put down a paper towel to get the grease out. So let's take this little one right here, and I'll get a knife, and let's cut into it and see if it looks good and done. Like I said, you can put a thermometer. Look, that is not done. So I had to turn the heat down. And what I'm going to do now is put my lid on, and that's going to help the center get done. So that's everything you need to make some fried chicken. Y'all enjoy.